I subscribe to a newsletter called Farnham Street, which basically is food for thought at a particularly high level. Shane Parrish produces it, publishes it, and he recently said, being brilliant won't save you if no one can count on you. Okay, I want to unpack that in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. So let me quickly repeat what Shane said. Shane Parrish at Farnham Street said, being brilliant won't save you if no one can count on you. And that made me just sit and go, let's unpack that. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what that, because I'm a guy that loves learning new stuff. I love gathering information, integrating it into what I have, and making myself smarter so that I could be more attractive to somebody who wants to hire me for my smarts. And then I realized that in terms of relative value, being smart, very, very valuable. People pay a lot of money for people who are smart. And yet I realized that people pay sometimes even more money for people that simply show up and do the work. People that you can count on, people that you can rely on. There have been myriad stories throughout the years of very finicky actors and voice talent who are late all the time. We had some recent stories of a very famous actor who would keep people waiting on set for hours at a time. And you wonder, how is this person capable of still being hired, right? So my question for you is, how much do you value your own ability to simply show up and do the work, to be reliable for others so that others can count on you, as opposed to, or in addition to, building up your intelligence, building up your smarts? And how do you think people perceive that? Personally, it made me understand instantly that yes, I value somebody who's smart. But man, do I value somebody I can count on. And if the two are this, maybe this is the super secret to success. Being really smart, but also being really reliable. Or how does that all work for you? This is the conversation that I'd love to have. So in the comments below, tell me what you would prefer. If you had to pick one, somebody who was really smart versus somebody who was really reliable, who would you go to first in terms of helping you solve a problem? And you can pick, I'll take the guy or the woman who's smart and reliable if you want to, but that kind of I'd love to know what you would rather do, right? What's more valuable to you? Let me know in the comments below. On voheroes.com, that's where the conversation is respectful and sane and polite. And, this isn't a really controversial subject, so I don't expect there to be much of an argument. But just make your comments there, wherever you're watching or hearing this. You can hit the like button on this particular episode of the podcast. You can subscribe to the channel. You can click the notification bell and know when the next episode is coming out. I'd love if you shared this with another actor or voice talent or writer who concentrates on the developing intelligence sides of things, but you kind of wonder if they're going to show up on time. Feel free to do that. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.